And hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. So I want to talk about our southern border. Our southern border is still a major issue, and I think this southern border, because the Democrats didn't do what they should have done to fix this issue, it's going to backfire on them. It's going to actually end up hurting them altogether. They should have been really concentrating on at least act like they're protecting the American people. At least act like it. If nothing else, just act like it. But they can't even act like it. They can't even act like this is a priority for them because you and we're not priorities. We come secondary when it comes to the left. Who comes first and who comes last? If you are an American citizen, as far as the left, you come last. You are not considered first. And they know that you're not considered first. And they're okay with you being considered not being first. This is our current Democrat Party. The Democrat Party has been doing this for I can't even remember the last time the Democrats even cared about the American people. Now, they'll come out every 2 to 4 years and tell everyone that they care about the American people, but we know it's not true. We know that they don't care about us. The Democrats they have put us in this position. Now, so we have governors in different states. You got Texas, you got Arizona, you got New Mexico, you got California, right? There's a difference between all of them. But when it comes to Texas, at least we have Governor Abbott. At least he's trying. There's a lot of people that don't like Governor Abbott, and I get it. I mean, I completely get it. But at least he's trying. At least he's doing something. But let me share something with you from Governor Abbott that he has done that I'm glad and I'm thankful that he's at least doing something, because when you have the federal government not doing what they're supposed to be doing, guess who it falls on? It falls on the governors. It falls on the governors for them to do their job. And when the governor doesn't do his job, and then it comes down to the sheriff, right? Comes down to the sheriff to do his job. And when the sheriff doesn't do his job, it comes down to the people. Or I guess it goes to the deputy, maybe, then the people. But as of right now, it looks like it's going to depend on you and I. It's up to us to do something different. And that's why I said, who comes first and who comes last? For the American people, you come last for the Democrats. If you're not an American citizen, you come first. Let me share this with you. This is with Governor Abbott, where he's talking about the southern border and talking about what he's doing on the southern border to try to make a difference for the American people and all of our safety. Listen to this.
So, Maria, not only are we intending to try to keep the buoys remain in place, but we'll continue to be adding more barriers. Maria, we either have already built or have under construction more border wall than what the Trump administration was able to put up. We are building these razor wire barriers with National Guard standing behind them, preventing illegal entry. And we will be passing this law to arrest illegal immigrants coming into the state of Texas. And so we, as a state, continue to deploy more action, fighting back against the Biden administration's open border policies, doing everything we can to prevent illegal entry into our country.
So trying to do everything, at least he's doing something, right? A lot of people said it's a little too late, but I guess it's better late than never, right? I mean, the southern border has gotten so bad that he has to do something. He has no choice. Put it this way, my personal opinion, for these people that hold political positions, every time they bring fentanyl come across the state lines, our country lines, our border, the people since they can't catch those people that's bringing the fentanyl, not all of them, guess who should be held accountable? Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, Mayorkas, Garland, Christopher Wray, Homeland Security, all of them should be held responsible. Someone needs to go to jail because you have families that are dying because of fentanyl. And they know it's happening and they're doing nothing to prevent it. Let me show you this one. This is about the vets. This is about the vets when it comes to our southern border, the veterans, right? When it comes to our southern border and what's happening. What do you think if you have the veterans are just people in general, Americans. And I'm talking about veterans and I'm talking about active duty. Let's say you're going to an event and you book a hotel. And you book a hotel and and then you get ready to go to the hotel, come to find out, oh, you can't come in this hotel because this hotel is being occupied by somebody who crossed over illegally. So you can't come in this hotel. Let me show you this. This is an article this is on Fox News, correct?
Yes.
This article's on Fox News. Look at this.
Ernest slams Biden's border policy as cancellations sweep across Massachusetts hotels, displacing military families. Senator Joni Ernest of Iowa is demanding action from President Biden regarding border security after military families who booked rooms in Foxborough, Massachusetts, which is the site for the 124th installment of the Army-Navy game, received cancellation notices from hotels that are being used by the state to house migrants. It's clear these cancellations are due to your administration's decision to ship illegal immigrants across the country to sanctuary cities at taxpayers' expense, Ernest wrote. Now, due to your unattainable border crisis, which has allowed nearly 8 million illegal immigrants entry into the country, veterans and future service members and their families will be unable to attend this year. Massachusetts has a right to shelter law, which ensures migrants and homeless families have somewhere to live.
So, if you're an American citizen, you get kicked to the curb. You book the hotel room, you probably even pay for reservations, just to come to find out they canceled your reservations. Why do you think they allowed this? Really quick, Shannon, why do you think they allowed people to book the hotel room if they knew maybe they weren't in there, or maybe they were thinking that they were going to have them all moved out before they got there? What do you think it is?
I mean, this isn't the first time that we've heard of this. I mean, we heard a report where Times Square is now almost booked up with illegal immigrants. The problem is, well, we have 8 million people and a lot of them don't have places to go. So they're filling up our hotels. And you're right. Why Massachusetts? Well, probably at the time they weren't shipping illegals there. But now some of these places are so overrun. We've seen the border. They're still walking across or flying in according to on Biden's dime. They need to go somewhere. So all Americans are getting kicked to the side in order to make room for these people that have not contributed to our country at all.
Absolutely. And let me say this, everybody, because I want to show this next video to you. Let me tell you this. This shouldn't even be a discussion. This should not be a discussion. The people that we elect to go into political office here in the United States of America, we elected them, and I'm going to go on a limb here. I'm going to go on a limb and say that even the Democrats that elected other Democrats, they had it in their mind that they elected them to do the will of the American people, to protect us. See, fentanyl doesn't ask you, who did you vote for? Fentanyl doesn't care what your complexion is. Fentanyl can care less what you believe in. Fentanyl is here to kill everybody. China's bringing it in to Mexico. Mexico is manufacturing it, and then they're bringing it across the border. The Biden regime knows about it. The Democrats know about it. It's a major problem. Now, listen to this one. Listen to this, because it's disturbing. It's disturbing, to say the least.
Veterans are now calling out the VA's role in processing medical care for illegals. Yes, you heard that right. While those who fought to protect us wait to be treated. Concerned Veterans for America is one organization calling on lawmakers to investigate. Air Force veteran Darren Selnick is one of its senior advisors. He joins us now. Darren, nobody knows VA and VA healthcare better than you. This story's on foxnews.com right now. Break down what's happening. Is it really the case that when someone comes across the border illegally, in some way they're using the VA to get health care services?
Hey, Pete, thanks for having me on your show. Yeah, it's happening. And I got to tell you, when I found out about this a few weeks ago, it made me mad. And everyone I've talked to who's a veteran, it makes them mad. VA's mission is to serve veterans. It is not to help ICE and the Border Patrol, which we have the documents which on their websites and from a memo. It's not to help them go ahead and process medical claims and pay medical claims and make it easy for the unauthorized migrants to get health care and dental care. So what is happening is, and look, as someone who's a former senior advisor in the Trump administration at the VA and an advisor at the White House, I would have stopped this. We would have stopped this because it's not right. The mission of the VA is to serve veterans, not to serve unauthorized migrants. And so what's happening is, and we have this from the Undersecretary of Health.
Let me stop it real quick. I'm sorry. I got to stop it real quick. Are y'all hearing this? If this doesn't upset you as an American, then you're not an American. I mean, this is hurtful. I mean, this is right down hurtful. You have men and women that put their lives on the line. They literally put their lives on the line. And some of these men and women, they don't have limbs. They don't have their arms. They don't have their legs. And they can't get assistance going to the VA, but yet they're going to take all of the assistance that they should be getting. And they're going to give it to these people that came in the country breaking the law. Please help me understand. Do you understand why I said who's first and who comes last? Some people still don't understand that. Who comes first and who comes last? They do not care about us. Why do people keep supporting them when we know that they don't care about us?
Put out in a video, which I've seen, hey, make it hard for veterans. Make it hard for veterans to go ahead and get community care. But at the same time, they are processing for 2022 161,000 medical claims and paying those claims for unauthorized migrants. Meanwhile, veterans are having a hard time getting health care. They're literally dying because they can't get mental health in a timely manner. They can't get cancer treatment. Bills are being sent to them because they're not paying the providers on time. So it's make it hard for veterans. They've told the staff to do that. Only default to the VA community care when you have to. At the same time, they're helping Border Patrol and ICE make it easy button. Easy button for unauthorized migrants, hard button for veterans. It's got to stop. Congress needs to investigate this. Last year, Mayorkas said in testimony that they were working with the VA to go ahead and expand this, possibly in medical centers. We don't know exactly how deep this is. It's got to be investigated.
It's insane.
It's got to be stopped.
That VA employee you're talking about said, press the easy button less for vets with community care. They want vets stuck inside VA facilities and not able to go outside to get care if they're waiting too long. This is a bill that was passed intentionally to fix what VA is doing so terribly.
You remember when President Trump was in office? President Trump made it a point that if you are a U.S. military vet and you go to the VA and you can't get the health care that you need immediately, you can go externally and the VA will foot the bill. You can go externally. He says our vets should not have to wait. Come on. I mean, come on. Do we not care about these people? These people put their lives on the line for us. They put their lives on the line so I can sit here and talk. They put the lives on the line so we can have freedom just to get up. I can get out of this chair right now and go down to the gas station, go down to the store and buy a bottle of water. Right now, because of them, because of what they have done. And these evil leftists, they're trying to change it. They're trying to take it away. They're trying to take it away. This is the most disgusting thing ever. And look, how do you? And then the people that broke the law coming into the country, if the VA, they don't go to the VA, but the VA will still foot the bill for them. When did they serve in our military? At what point did they serve in the military? Some of these are men of the fighting age. So these men of the fighting age, they're coming in now. The military, oh, that's what it is. It's the leftist military, and they're making sure they're getting taken care of while our men and women get tramped on. Real quick, let me say thank you to Kelly for the stars. Catherine, thank you so much. Christine, thank you so much. Chelsea, thank you so much. Celeste, thank you so much. And Rodney, my man, thank you so much for those stars. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let me get back to it. Listen to this.
Source, by the way, for this story, it's an ICE agent and a vet talking to Fox News Digital. He said, "We served in the military in this country, and we have these benefits to use in the VA. I pay an exorbitant amount of taxes to this country, and I can't even get seen for basic needs. But illegals can. They can literally cross the border with all these pre-existing medical injuries or illnesses or whatever they have going on, and they literally walk right into a primary care doctor or specialty care doctor and get whatever services they need. And what we're learning now, Darren, is that the VA is part of facilitating the reimbursements and the payments for this. Now, VA is denying they're involved in this, of course, but there's a VA in front of the process by which these healthcare providers get reimbursed for the care they're providing for illegals."
Wow.
No, absolutely. I mean, the documents are true. I mean, you can take a look at these documents, anyone online. There's a portal online at the ICE which directs them to go to the VA. The VA, documents show from ICE that they processed, had 161,000 medical claims. ICE says that every provider that they take the unauthorized migrant to, that the provider have to send their MedPAR, their claims to the VA. VA is processing them. Look, VA processes it for community care. They should be spending all their time processing the claims for veterans, not for other agencies, not for unauthorized migrants. It's a fact that they are doing it, and because of that, veterans are suffering, and they are ones getting bills, and providers are leaving the system.
How do y'all feel about this? I can see the comments right here. I can see some of the comments, and people are just doing an angry face, and they're just all piping mad about this. This should never, ever have happened. And thank you so much for those stars. Thank you so much. This should never be the case. Well, I can't wrap my mind around it. I truly can't wrap my mind around it. These people, they took up the mantle for serving in our military, and this is what they get. No wonder they can't get anyone to join the military now. If you're thinking about joining the military, you can expect to get crapped on like this. You can expect it. It's to be expected now. Unless we get President Trump, and if it's the Democrats that are in control, you can expect to get dumped on, crapped on, constantly like this. But you know what? Out of all of this, with all this going on, let me show you this one. This is out of Chirac. And for those of you that don't know what Chirac is Chicago, and then Iraq, because there was a lot of violence and shooting going on in Iraq. So it's Chicago, Chirac. A lot of people call it. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. But this is a video that they don't want people to know about. This video, which you're getting ready to see right here, this has the Democrats wanting to bring more people into the country, regardless if they break the law or not, because they see that they need to be able to replace these people here. Now, I want y'all to listen to this, because I'm willing to bet that the Democrats behind closed doors, they know why people are starting to leave the Democrat Party like they've never seen before in the history of this nation. Never seen it before like this. They know why it's happening. But what they won't say publicly is that they acknowledge that it's happening. They won't say that. What they'll say behind closed doors. Now, look, I'm not behind closed doors with them, but I can only imagine this is what they're saying behind closed doors. We need to see how we can stop this. They're doing this. The Democrats are doing this. They've already done this, but they're not trying to see, well, the American people need X, Y, Z. They're trying to figure out how they can stop the American people. Listen to this.
This morning I heard Mayor Brandon Johnson say that the sentiment in the black community is waning. A lie. The sentiment is not waning. We are not okay with you taking our resources and giving them to people who don't live here. As Mark stated before, you are preparing housing for them. One of the reasons that the city of Chicago was able to close 50 schools was because of the black light. And the reason we had a black light was because there is no affordable housing in this city. It is because the city of Chicago shut down the voucher system so that blacks who needed to get affordable housing could not. So they had no choice but to flee to other states. But now you found money for the migrants.
That's right.
We're calling foul. And then another thing you said was that the faith-based leaders were helping to bring around the sentiment. We haven't paid attention to faith-based leaders since Dr. Martin Luther King. And guess what? We're not listening to them now. We understand that they are bought and paid for. We understand that you control the narrative that they are trying to speak about. So let me just say this to you.
Let me stop it real quick. Be honest with you, I never thought I would see this. These people live in Chirac and they're upset because, for one, they didn't get any reparations. Let's just be frank. Let's be real about this. They didn't get any reparations because, you know, a lot of them were screaming they want reparations. We need reparations, right? None of them were none of them were born into slavery. None of them were slaves. Right. But they were screaming they want reparations. But what did the Democrats do? Oh, no reparations for you. But the people that's breaking the law coming in the country, we're going to give them a lot of funding. We're going to give the money to them. So this has got them bitter. It got them kind of butthurt. They're angry about this. They're upset. Think about it. They've been kicking and screaming for the last, 4, 6, 7, 8 years that I'm aware of. They've probably been doing it before then, but I know they was kind of kicking up, getting really loud the past 6 months to a year about reparations, right? Because they want Kamala Harris and Joe Biden to cower down and give reparations. Look, they give student loan money. They're like, why can't you give us money? So this is butthurt for them. I'm glad to see it. And let me say this too. President Trump had to be moved out the way. Yes, I said it. President Trump had to be moved out the way. And I've been saying this quite often here lately. The only reason why I say President Trump had to be moved out the way because people didn't know how bad it really was. Because if President Trump was still in office, people would still be working. Our borders would be secure. We wouldn't be on the verge of World War III. We wouldn't have the fentanyl happening this way. Chirac wouldn't be in this situation right now. Right? It really wouldn't because they wouldn't have open borders like we have it right now. So President Trump had to be removed out of the way so people could actually see what the Democrats' agenda is for America. And now that they're seeing it, I hope that they realize it. I wish they would have realized it 4 years ago, but, I guess better late than never. Or is it too late?
We're not listening to them the same way we're not listening to you. What you're doing is not okay. And let me just say this other thing. Emerson Park is still closed. And our mayor has decided that because we didn't support migrants coming to our park, we just ain't gonna have a park. I call foul, Mayor. You love to stand around and talk about how you're a black man. That's all you are, is a black man. And we know that all black folks ain't skin folks. And those of us who didn't know that, you're giving us a great lesson. So we thank you for that.
Ooh, you see that? You giving us a great lesson. See, this is the lesson. They had to, you know what? A lot of people that hated President Trump, they hated President Trump because they were told they hate President Trump. And now they don't bring up President Trump in this at all. But I'm going to say it. I'm saying it. I'm saying it for them. They're not going to say it here. They're not going to say Trump. But they know good and well they didn't have this issue under President Trump. And in some of them, this so, you know what it is? You know what it is? Because they hated Trump because they were told to hate Trump. And now they know they got duped. This was the lesson. This was the lesson. So hopefully, just hopefully, They will remember this lesson because it hurts. It hurts. But listen, it gets better.
No, the sentiment has not changed. We are still for black people. We are still for this city supporting us. We're still for black people getting the same set-asides that these migrants are getting. Oh, excuse me, not migrants, because what they are is illegal foreign nationals. They are not migrants. They are not coming here legally. So just because you put lipstick on a pig, it's still going to be a pig. Yes. So we are not backing down. We were quiet for a minute. I know you thought that the sentiment has changed. It has not. And like I tried to remind people, not only did I support Brandon Johnson, not only did I campaign for Brandon Johnson, not only did I give him my money, but I want you to know two things. Number one, I'm not a fan. I have buyer's remorse. Number two, for any independent candidate in the city of Chicago, any Green Party candidate in the city of Chicago, and any Republican candidate in the city of Chicago, now is your time, because we are done with the Democratic Party. Brandon Johnson.
Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? Or did I hear incorrectly? They said if you're independent, you're Republican in Chirac, now is your time. What does that mean? What does that mean? And this is not the first black person I've heard out of Chirac talk like this. See, people don't realize a situation until the situation is presented to them or it affects them. And now that they are being affected by it, look what's happening. Now that they're being affected by it, they don't have a choice, right? They don't have a choice because now they're mad. They're all butthurt. They didn't get any reparations. They didn't get any reparations. And the sad thing is they voted for this, right? She admitted it. She says buyer's remorse. They voted for this, and now they got it, and they're like, now we don't want it. I hope this is truly a wake-up call. I really do. But watch, it's gonna get better. Watch.
Governor Pritzker and President Biden have shown us what they think about the black community all over this country. And so we're standing here today to say, okay, if that's what it is, we with it. We don't have to support the Democratic Party. Right. We don't have to continue to support people who are not going to support us. And the Democratic Party here in this city, in this state, and in this country is not supporting us. You got the Republicans on one side and the Democrats on the other side. Guess what? They're part of the same bird.
That's right. With two wings.
So.
Okay, yeah, that's true. They're part of the same bird because you have like Liz Cheney, Adam Kissinger, and I think this is what a lot of people don't recognize and they don't understand. We have like Mitch McConnell and Lindsey Graham. When you have those Republicans like that, a lot of people see that they're the same bird because they all talk the same. I think everyone agrees. President Trump is not your typical Republican. President Trump only ran as a Republican, right? My personal opinion, because that was like the top of the ticket. If you're going to be on top of the ticket, I mean, I guess you could have ran as an independent, but yeah, no. President Trump ran as a Republican. So, but he's not your typical Republican. They don't like it. Mitch McConnell, Lindsey Graham, Adam Kissinger, Liz Cheney, all of these other rhinocrats, they hated the fact that President Trump became president because he is not the Republican that they want him to be. See, President Trump was supposed to get in line. He was supposed to do what they were telling him to do. And he said, no. He said, I'm rich. I don't need you. And that was a problem. It's kind of like the same thing with Elon Musk when they're trying to use the ad dollars to crush X on Elon Musk. And Elon Musk told them to go F themselves. Did y'all see that video? I should have shared that with y'all. Did y'all see that? It was, I mean, look, it was beautiful because he said, go F yourself. And the guy that was interviewing him, he go, what? I don't understand. What do you mean? What do you mean? That's how we control you. And then Elon Musk was like, go F yourself. No. President Trump said the same thing to the Republican establishment, to the Democrat establishment. He said it to that bird. Go F yourself. And that's the reason why you have rhinocrats and Democrats both against President Trump.
It doesn't matter anymore which party we go with. But I'll tell you this, I'd rather deal with the snake that's outfitting himself of the Republican Party than the snake that's covered up in the Democratic Party.
That's right.
We're not going to continue to stand for this. We're not going to continue to allow our state representatives, our congressmen, our aldermen, and our mayor to let us know that we don't matter.
Yes.
Just like you're going to show us that we're going to matter, we're going to show you. It's going to be a great day in the city of Chicago when a Democratic convention comes here, and then they found out in March that a lot of black voters took Republican ballots.
Booyah. Booyah. That right there. I'm telling you, there's so many videos right now where there's so many people are leaving the Democrat Party. There's so many. And every last one of them has them all upset about it. There's another one that I would like to share with you, if I can find it here. Yep, here it is. This one is with my buddy Ben Bergquam. So Ben Bergquam, he lives in Arkansas now, and when he gets off the airplane, and he lives in Arkansas, and he gets off the airplane, I guess he's getting off the airplane leaving, and this black guy sees Ben Bergquam with his Trump gear on, right? Loving America. And he comes up and he's talking to Ben Bergquam, and this interaction. Look, this is what has the left terrified. Let me put it on the screen here. This would have them terrified right here. See, looking at me, they don't like it. They're like, okay, to the left, Will Johnson's a lost cause. Well, he's just a lost cause. Just ignore Will Johnson. I'm telling y'all, just ignore him. That's why the censorship has been happening so much. They don't want you to see anything that I'm sharing with you. Just ignore Will Johnson. But it's not even just Will Johnson. It's everyday people like me, plus like him. Listen to this young man here. Listen to what he's saying. He's talking to my buddy Ben Bergquam. This is such a beautiful video. It really is. Check it out.
What's your prayer for 2024?
Oh my God. I saw a video and I'm really praying because I would say that what we're looking at today is a man, Donald Trump actually, who is against the odds. He's against the odds. And the only reason that I can say today that I can still support him is because he's not a politician. He can't be bought out because he already has money. And it seems like the whole world is against him. So for me, I think if America's going to have any chance at all, we better vote for Donald Trump. If anybody else gets in office, we're in trouble. We're in trouble. And so my prayer is that, first of all, the church would wake up, the preachers would wake up, and then the citizens of America can hear the voice of what's coming from those who really know God and know what we need in this nation. And so that's my prayer for America today.
God bless you.
Hey, God bless you.
Great to meet you.
I mean, I told y'all, that's such a beautiful video. Kudos to my buddy Ben Bergquam. I mean, just running into him. And you know what? So I'm gonna try to interview that young man on my LFA TV show, my broadcast show, LFA TV. Ann, thank you so much again for the stars. Thank you so much. This is positive. This really is. Now, granted, I talked about some terrible things in the beginning of tonight's broadcast, the way they're doing our vets, the way they're doing American citizens, but this is positive. I know I saw some people in the comments were saying, I can see your comments right here. And I know some people in the comments were saying that they don't feel sorry for them. They call it karma, but I don't feel sorry for them either. I'm happy that they're saying what they're saying, and I hope they keep to it. I hope they don't get lax and forget about what the Democrats have done to them. This is my hope. I hope and pray that people, more than what I can show you, are waking up. And I truly believe it is happening. And the reason why a lot of people don't say anything because they're scared of the people around them will say, hey, I found out that so-and-so likes Trump. And then it goes to the other people within their company and they find out, oh, we can't have people like you here that loves America and wants freedom and wants to have America to keep its sovereignty. We can't have people like you working here in this environment. We want to have a safe environment. You understand? This is how they say it. We want people to believe they come to work and feel safe. But we can't have you here because people don't feel safe with you here. When you don't want to tear up the country, when you don't want to go out and be violent towards anybody, when all you want to do is go to work, do your job, go home and take care of your family. But you are the problem. You understand? This is how it's happening. So a lot of people don't say nothing for that very reason, because they want to keep their job, the job that they do have. That's the reason why a lot of people don't say anything. Now, you know I'm right, because before, they were people getting fired left and right when they found out they were supporting President Trump. Left and right, they were getting fired. People write a book and they showed how much they appreciated Trump, or they didn't go along with the left and they got fired because of their opinion, the way they think about something. This is the world that we live in now. This is the world we live in. And the left believe that they have all the control, and they believe that they should be able to tell us how to feel, how to think, what to do, and what to believe. This is the left. And they don't even hide it either. They don't have any issues telling us how, you know what it is? They believe that they know better. They know what's better. They know what's best for you. And especially because I'm a black man. I can't tell you how many times I've had white liberals tell me that I don't know any better. And I'm sell out to my people. I can't tell you how many times they've said this to me. I'm a sellout to my people. And I'm like, what do you mean? How am I a sellout to my people? I haven't sold anybody out. I'm a true God-believing Christian. And I've said that plain. I've said it multiple times and have no qualms about hiding it. This is the reason why they don't like me. This is the reason why they don't want people to see my videos. And I'm just looking at my video here, and I'm surprised it actually went over 300 people tonight. I'm really surprised. The last time I did a video, you know how many people I had they allowed to tune in? You know how many? 5 people. 5 people were able to connect on my video. 5 people. I hadn't seen that since the first time I picked up a camera. I hadn't seen that since the first time I picked up a camera. And there's 447,000 people following this page, my Facebook page. And, I'm on YouTube right now as well. And God bless everyone that's on YouTube. There's 51 people on YouTube. But YouTube, unless you already connected with my YouTube, they don't allow anybody to see my YouTube. And then also I'm connected on Rumble. My Rumble is growing. There's 230 people on Rumble right now. I'm live on Rumble right now as we speak as well. I'm going to call it out right now. I think what we're seeing happening in our country is going to intensify. And what do I mean? I'm talking about how they do these flash mobs, how the violence is happening. I pray that I'm wrong, but I leave me a comment. What do you think I'm wrong? Just put Y or an N or type yes or no. Do you think I'm wrong going into 2024? Do you think that the left is going to do something? I don't know what it is, because if I knew what it is, I could say it and possibly stop it. I don't know what it is. But I truly believe that the left is going to do something, or they're going to take advantage of something. Let me put it that way. They either do it or they'll take advantage of it going into 2024. And it could be multiple things too. And I'm talking about violence like no tomorrow. Because you remember the summer of love, the violence, it worked for them. Come on, let's be realistic. It worked for them. That was political violence, the summer of love. Is there anyone here right now that think that these evil people on the left that they're not going to do some violence again? Yes or no? I believe, me personally, I say that they are. I say that these evil people on the left, they're going to create more violence in this country. They've already imported the terrorists. How many terrorists did Mayorkas let go? Y'all hear what I'm telling you? They were just in a hearing just the other day, and they were asking, well, Mayorkas, the terrorists that you apprehended, and then you let them go, do you know where they are? And you know what he said? No, I don't know where they are. If you have a terrorist that comes into the United States of America and they're on the terrorist watch list, why wouldn't you take them and put them in Guantanamo Bay? Why would you release them out to the population unless there's an agenda? Now, look, I don't want to be right in this. I really don't. But I think this year, 2024, is going to be some serious chaos. And I pray that I'm wrong. But a lot of people saying, yeah, they're seeing it too. There's one person on Rumble that says no. Let me go look on YouTube. People are saying, yeah. I mean, they see it too. Let me go on Facebook. Right? People are saying, yeah, they see it too. I'm not the only one seeing it. Because they saw how it worked. The summer of love, the violence, it worked for them. It worked for them. God bless everybody. Please, if you find it in your heart for any of the information that I shared, share this video. Do me a favor, copy the link and text it to somebody. Have y'all heard me say that in a while? Copy the link to this video and text it to somebody because someone needs to see it. Copy the link and text it to them. Hit the share button too, please. Please hit the share button. And also hit the thumbs up. And again, thank you so much for the stars. Thank you so much, Ann. Thank you so much for the blessing. God bless everybody. Good night.